Okay. You guys are not ready for this one. Honestly, I still can't believe it's my real life. It sounds made up, like one of those fake Reddit confessionals or a bad reality show pitch. But every single part of this? Real. And if you've ever had your heart broken in the messiest, most humiliating way possible, you're gonna feel this one in your soul. So picture this, me, now co-parenting with the woman who stole my husband. Yep. Full-time mom, part-time reality show villain, and somehow I ended up building a parenting schedule with the one person I used to fantasize about throwing off a cliff. Figuratively. Mostly. Oh, by the way, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? I love seeing where all of you are tuning in from. Drop it in the comments, I swear, it makes me feel less alone when I'm telling stories like this. Alright. Let's rewind. I met Derek when I was 24, and I genuinely thought I had won the lottery. He was tall, charming, had this effortless confidence that felt like security. Like, oh, this man will know how to fix a leaky pipe and talk to my mom without sweating through his shirt. Those things matter, okay? We were that couple. You know, the one that posts vacation photos where we're holding coconuts and grinning like idiots. The kind of couple that makes other people say, ugh, they're too cute. We looked perfect on Instagram. But you know what they say about Instagram couples, it's all curated. All angles and filters. By year 4 of our marriage, something had changed. I thought it was just us growing up. You know, we weren't honeymooners anymore. We had joint taxes and an ongoing argument about whether the dishwasher was loaded correctly. It wasn't, Derek. But looking back? I think he had already started checking out. It was subtle. He wasn't cruel. He was just, elsewhere. He became this ghost version of the man I married. Present, but not with me. And when I'd try to talk to him about it, he'd brush it off, say he was tired from work, that I was overthinking again. That one was his favorite. Then comes Emily. Now. Emily she was like a Pinterest board of everything I wasn't. Blonde, bubbly, boho chic in a way that screamed I thrifted this maxi dress but somehow looked like I walked off a magazine cover. She had this constant I'm not like other girls energy. And Eric? Ate it up. I met her at a company barbecue. She was friendly. Overly friendly. Called me babe even though we'd just met. Kept touching Derek's arm when she laughed. I remember thinking, okay, girl, tone it down. We get it, you moisturize. I told Derek that night, I don't like how she looks at you. And he said, that's ridiculous. She's dating someone. Which turned out to be a lie. Or maybe she was, but not for long. A few months go by. And then one night, I notice he changes his phone passcode. That might sound small, but when you've been with someone for years, it's like a siren going off. I started paying attention. He was showering as soon as he got home. He was working late twice a week, every week. He started buying new cologne, something musky and dramatic. I was like, who are you trying to smell like that for? One night, he left his iPad at home. I wasn't even looking for anything. I opened it by accident, just to check the weather. But the texts, his entire iMessage thread, popped up right there. Emily's name. And the messages? Can't stop thinking about you. Wish I was with you right now. And my personal favorite, she doesn't understand me like you do. Y'all. I saw red. Like, my whole body flushed. I didn't cry. Not yet. I took a screenshot of every single message. I texted them to myself. And then I sat there on the couch with my phone in my lap, just, stunned. I felt like I had stepped out of my body. I don't know how long I sat there. Could have been 10 minutes. Could have been 2 hours. When he got home, I didn't even wait. I held up the iPad and said, so, how long has it been going on? He froze. Like a kid caught stealing cookies. His mouth opened. closed. And then, he started crying. Actual tears. He said, I didn't mean for this to happen. I said, but it did happen. So now what? He said he was confused. That he still loved me. That he loved her too. I didn't slap him. I wanted to. But instead, I just stood up, walked into our bedroom, packed a bag, and left. I stayed at my sister's house for a week. And during that time, I missed my period. Thought it was the stress. But after 5 days, I took a test. Positive. Of course. Because the universe has a twisted sense of humor. Now here's where it gets completely unhinged. I hadn't told anyone yet. I hadn't even decided if I was going to tell him. I was still wrapping my head around it. So when I showed up for my first OB appointment, I was a mess. Hair in a bun, hoodie, sunglasses indoors like a washed-up celebrity. I'm sitting in the waiting room. They call someone's name. And I hear a voice say, coming. And who stands up? Emily. I swear on my life. She was glowing. Literally. Pregnant glow and all. Holding a reusable water bottle, wearing leggings that probably cost more than my couch. We locked eyes. And she paused. Her mouth opened slightly. I stood up. Walked over. And I said, are you pregnant? She blinked. Then nodded. I said, so am I. I have never seen someone's face fall like that. The color drained. She looked like she was going to throw up, and not from morning sickness. I turned around and walked into my appointment. Didn't say another word. I told Derek that night. His response? Are you sure? I said, pretty sure I didn't get myself pregnant. From there, everything unraveled. Derek tried to juggle both pregnancies. Which meant he was constantly screwing up. Missing appointments. Forgetting who was craving what. One time he texted me, want me to bring the pickles? And I said, that's not my craving, genius. Eventually, he moved in with her. I told him it was fine, he could play house wherever he wanted. But I made one thing clear, he was going to be part of our kid's life whether he liked it or not. Then came the babies. Mine first. A boy. 2 weeks later, she had a girl. Our kids had different last names. Different homes. But the same dad. And somehow, despite all my rage, I knew they'd need each other. So I did the unthinkable. I reached out. I asked her to meet at a neutral spot, some cafe halfway between our neighborhoods. I was ready for a fight. I had notes, backup receipts, a whole script if she tried to play innocent. But when I saw her, she looked like I felt. Tired. Puffy-eyed. She was wearing an oversized hoodie and no makeup. And the first thing she said was, I didn't think it would be this hard. That cracked something open in me. Because I knew exactly what she meant. I said, let's be honest. We both got screwed over. We didn't become friends. Not right away. But we started talking. Then texting. Then making the kids' playdates. And somewhere along the way, we became this weird little team. And Eric? Oh, baby. Let me tell you what happened next. He got fired. Yep. Full scandal. Some shady dealings at work, something about misreporting expenses. He went from big shot to broke boy in 6 weeks flat. You know what he did next? He tried to come back. To me. He stood at my door with flowers, looking like a wet dog. Said he realized what he lost. I asked, did you say that to Emily too? He looked away. Which was all the answer I needed. I called Emily. Told her what happened. She sighed and said, he did the same thing yesterday. We laughed. For real this time. And then we both blocked him. It's been 2 years now. Our kids are inseparable. We have a shared calendar, shared snacks, and, somehow, a shared understanding. Not friendship exactly, but something close. And Eric? He moved to Florida. Started a new life. Occasionally posts shirtless selfies with captions like grinding in silence. Which, sir, you are 43. Please go pay your child support. So yeah. That's how I ended up co-parenting with the woman who stole my husband. And somehow, we both came out stronger on the other side. Life is wild. So tell me, have you ever had to make peace with someone you couldn't stand? Ever been forced to co-parent, or team up, or even forgive someone who did you dirty? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. Thanks for sticking with me. I needed this. And if you made it all the way through, you're basically my therapist now. So, congrats.